another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meech.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech. It's time to dish tea with Big Meech.
Darling.
Yeah, hello. What's going on, honey? To all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers, my pot stirrers, and my tea leaf readers, honey. What's your tea? What is your tea? That's better. That glow was making me too bright on me. And it's another glorious day, my darlings, and I know you have all of your crumpets together because you know what time it is, sugar. It is time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darling, with Big Meech. What's up? Baby, I have had an interesting day today. Got a little bit of rest, not a lot, but a little bit. Was able to clear my mind a little bit. I'm working on a couple of projects here and there, and I was able to go and a friend of mine wanted to sample the new oils and carrying on. So I went over to his house and they met with his husband and all of that. And child, just had a lovely old time. Of course, the damn phone gonna ring, and this is who I'm looking for, right? Of course, because I'm on the air, and now they want to fucking talk. Okay, text me, damn it. But I was waiting on that call because they need an Uber, right? And so they're trying to get with me, blah, 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 blah. I got something set up so that when they do call, I'm going to play an interview anytime because I can't necessarily not have the phone off. You know what I'm saying? So be that as it may, honey. I'm going to put it on vibrate and I'm going to look down at it. But this is what's going on. So that there is that. So I just had an interesting day and it was kind of cute and it was fun and this, that, and the other. If you are in the Atlanta area, y'all do know that this weekend, honey, is Georgia Pride weekend. Now, y'all know I tell y'all this every time we talk about Pride and why it's so significant and why I do understand why our heteroattractional counterparts get upset, okay? Because I told y'all, you know, June is International Gay Pride Month, okay? Everywhere across the globe in June, they celebrate gay pride, okay? Except Georgia. I mean, we do, but we don't, okay? And the reason why we don't, the way, make a big to-do out of it, is because back in 2009, 2010, whenever we had the drought, that particular year, Georgia could not have the parade or whatever because we were in a drought. They didn't want us to use the park. So that year, they did the Pride celebrations in October of that year. Okay. And so since that time, they left it in October, right? So here we got June. Okay, that's International Gay Pride. Then here in Atlanta, Labor Day weekend is Black Gay Pride. Okay, now Black Gay Pride doesn't have a season. Every particular state or city that celebrates a Black Gay Pride celebrates it differently and at different times. So You will hear, oh, it's Black Gay Pride, and then you talking about it's pride, it's pride, it's pride. Here in Georgia, we got June, then you got Labor Day weekend, which was just last month. Now here we are at the beginning of October, and now you're talking about Pride again. And this one is the one that would have been in June with the big parade and the this, that, and the other, all the businesses coming out. This is the big to-do. So all of the straight folks are like, well, God damn it, wasn't it just Pride? Wasn't it just Pride? Wasn't it just Pride? And my power to the people children, they always say, well, here y'all go. You know, you're throwing it down our face. Wow, I got to. And then, you know, there's some folks who were trying to have a straight Pride. What was it, last year, the year before? Maybe 2019 was just before was it during the lockdown? No, it was right coming out of the lockdown. There was somewhere, and I want to think it was a Rhode Island somewhere. They were trying to have a straight Pride month and a whole parade and this, that, and the other. For what? That's an oxymoron because the mainstream society is straight. That's what y'all keep saying. And I think this is where the interesting question becomes, because I was going to cover this, but I didn't know how I was going to do this. But I want to put here in as a discussion piece, and maybe I'm gonna start doing this as a banner, so it'll roll across. For those of you who are heterosexual, y'all straight, okay? You are a heterosexual male or a heterosexual female, and you believe that I am designed to be with the opposite sex, okay? If I'm a man, I'm to be with a woman. If I'm a woman, I'm to be with a man, okay? That's okay. If that's your plight, explain to me exactly how do you feel when it comes down to gay pride, okay? Are you one of the ones who feel as though, okay, it's an agenda and y'all doing too goddamn much? Are you one of the ones live and let live? I really don't give a fuck as long as y'all ain't fucking with me, I'm good. Are you one of the ones that have to extrapolate and contemplate and pontificate on a deeper meaning? Okay, it's got to mean something more to this. Or are you one of the religious children that just feel as though you burned it in hell and this is of the devil and all of that? No judgment. I just want to know where you stand, because the dialogue is in making sure all of us are at the table equally so that everybody can be heard. What I get tired of is everybody, they claim they want to have discussion, but nobody wants to discuss it. Everybody want to talk and have talking points and want to be right. Well, what I say is right because that's just it. And instead of listening to everybody else at the table to say, oh, I get it. I still don't agree with it, but I get it, or I can understand it better, or whatever the case may be. I'm still not rocking with it, but I can understand it. Or it may just be, okay, you know what? Damn, I had this all wrong. Okay, well, maybe I can loosen up a little bit. Okay. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, what are your thoughts on that? Totally put it in the comments down here, because I want to make sure that we have this dialogue together. Okay. And I didn't want to necessarily go here, and to start it off, is just spirit just moves, honey, because there is a gay story that I want to do today. And I know this is going to be a meat and potatoes conversation, because to hear it, I don't like when I have to say, damn, maybe these people have a point. Okay. I don't like it when I have to say that, because what it does is it gives fuel to fodder, okay, for those who don't have a point, but yet support the bigger point. And what I'm saying is, every time I hear, oh, there's a gay agenda, every time I hear that, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, because I'm like, what fucking agenda are you talking about? Because I'm one of the alphabet children, and nothing has come across my memo to say, oh, okay, we done had a meeting. Okay, now I will say this. There are times where it feels as though we have some kind of something going on, a secret society of the alphabet setting. Maybe, and they started doing this shit backwards. Maybe Z got with X, and X got with T, and T got with J, and J got with B. Okay, in a secret underworld, some goddamn where. Because the next thing I know, there's some shit going out there. And it's like, really? At any time we have stuff that comes into mainstream, and it gets me to asking the question, what the hell is going on? That's major, okay? It's major. I titled today's show, When is Enough Enough? Okay? Now, prior to coming on to the show, I listen to other people's podcasts, and one of my favorites to listen to is TGIF, because y'all know I like Claudia. I had to learn to grow to like Claudia, right? Because when she first started, I didn't necessarily recognize her voice. You know what I'm saying? But now that I see who she is, I can appreciate her. Al, I love Al, honey. He Al is such a big old nerd. It's ridiculous, honey, and I love it. I'm trying to get him to come on the show. Back when we first got started, he was supposed to be coming on, and that was in the height of his divorce from Star Jones and this, that, and the other. And I wanted to give him a platform, to be fair, but we just never put it together. Now I'm still trying to go after him to come on. And also, of course, Funky Daniva. Y'all know that's my sister right there. And I'm looking to get Funky to come on the show as well, Miss Daniva Ross. Funky Daniva Ross. But I was listening to them, and Q wasn't there today, but Al said something that was very interesting, and that there is that, out of necessity, we have to force stuff, because it's through the forcing of pushing the envelope will change happen. Okay, he said, remember, we had to do this as Black folks in order to get things to happen. We had to force it on the mainstream so that we can at least get what we got, and force the fight, if you will. But I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It works in some instances and carrying on, because I'm one of the mindset of pick and choose your battles, right? Let me get to the meat of this. The meat of this discussion is, how many of y'all have heard that the new Scooby-Doo movie is coming out, and they have completely confirmed that Velma is an out lesbian? Okay? She's officially coming out, okay, and carrying on, because now let me read the article, okay, because I found the article. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's crazy. I'm just going to read. I'm going to read an excerpt from it, okay, because it talks about the Google search and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 and it's crazy, okay. Starts off and says, Google is showering Velma with confetti and gay pride flags after the longtime member of the Scooby-Doo crew has officially been confirmed as a lesbian. This is coming from the Variety magazine. Variety is the entertainment magazine. Okay, and this is dated for October 5th, my brother's birthday. Okay, I'm going to skip down through it, and I'm going to jump here where it says, Google search is celebrating Velma's coming out in the new animated movie Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, which shows her majorly crushing on Coco Diablo, the head of the costume crime syndicate. The scenes with Velma going gaga over Diablo confirmed her fans' long-held beliefs that about Velma's sexual identity. Quote, we saw a long-anticipated moment for a character people love and had a good feeling it be an identity-affirming surprise for fans around the world, said Anthony Irving, Google senior interaction designer, about the Velma Easter egg search. We didn't expect it to be so received, resonating across so many different cultures and age groups, but people need things to be happy about. And when we can help everyone celebrate together, that's pretty great. Okay, now listen, that there is about, if you to Google search Velma, okay, then Google done sat down there and did all this little rainbow confetti and this, that, and other, because apparently some scenes have leaked about the movie, okay? And so, yeah. So I'm going to leave it there, because this is just talking about what Google has did to help celebrate her coming out. But the question that I have here is this, okay? With several questions. First off, why is it that we are going to the cartoons, the animation, animated cartoons or animated spectaculars, animated features, animated movie, animated television, at one point was for children, correct? And a lot of us still think that it is. When we hear cartoons, automatically we think, oh, that's kids. Until you look at the cartoons and you realize, no, this is not for kids. This here is adult all day, okay? Especially now that they're doing a lot of porn. You know, we have adult porn comics and carrying on, which is rather hot, actually, because you know they could cater to an imagination easily. We have a lot of erotica, you know, erotic art and carrying on. I personally love Belasco, honey. Belasco's drawings and carrying on, and the Adventures of Boo, and all those particular things, honey. They, oh my God! As a matter of fact, he got me looking at feet and shit, right? Because of his comics, the way how he did ass and feet or whatever. About it's something about a big old man with a big old fat ass and big feet and flip flops, right? He did that through comics and through drawings. Okay, so now it's like, damn. And every time I see that, especially if they feet look like how the drawing is, big, fat, wide, nice toes, and this, that, and the other, with a big old fat ass, nice thick thighs, and I could see the real life version of it. It's like, damn, that's hot, right? But that's what erotica has done in comic book form and in animation, okay? And that's me as an adult. Children, and I say this often, children are coming into this world, honey, highly intelligent, okay? Highly intelligent. And they're able to pick up on things much quicker, okay? Society now, I think God brings them here, or send them here with the level of intelligence, honey, through spirit, because they pick up shit so very easily. You know, hell, kids are not, you know, they're very resilient. They bounce back quickly. And, honey, they come in understanding context clues and inferences rather quickly. Okay? Plus, children, honey, they go by spirit. If they can sense and feel something, honey, that's how come they have all these damn questions. Well, if you're doing this, how come you do that? Okay? That's how come those of y'all who think you fooling somebody, get your ass around a child. I tell it to my trans sisters all the time, honey. You think you beautiful and pretty? Get yourself around some kids that's under 6. Okay? Get yourself around some kids that are under 6 years old, and they're coming to you and tell you, why are you looking like a girl? You dressed up like a girl. Okay? Kids will hurt your feelings. You think... Children will hurt your motherfucking feelings, okay? And it's not that they be where some of them are, because some of them they're just hateful, okay? Because they learned that from their damn mammies and pappies, okay? But animation, we think, belongs to children, okay? What is the point of having Velma definitively have a sexual identity when the cartoons, we don't deal with sex in these types of cartoons. We don't deal with relationships like in these type of cartoons. So why is it that this is becoming an issue, or why is it important for this to be? And see, Scooby-Doo has been an institution. See, this is what the problem that I'm having with it. I'm 52. Okay, so those of us who are over 50, we understood what that was back in the day. We had a lot of cartoon characters, honey, that were what the kids say now, sus. Okay, a little sus. Okay, there's a number of comic book characters and animated characters, particularly in that Hanna-Barbera world. Okay, that hell we knew were just they were different. Okay. Honey, Snagglepuss is one of the top children, honey. Snagglepuss, her goddamn cufflinks and things, and how she carried her hands, and her vocabulary was ridiculously impeccable. Okay? And how she carried herself. Okay, having some Murgatroyd, darling. Well, she didn't say darling, but you know, that there was what it was. Honey, Bugs got up in drag. Miss Bugs didn't need Babs. See, they introduced Babs Bunny, honey, in and the kids, the little animaniacs, little kids. Okay, but Miss Bugs got up and dragged indubitably. Okay, indubitably, honey, definitely. Okay, that bitch will put on some handsome makeup in a minute. Okay, and a pair of Joan Crawfords, honey. Yes, Miss Bugs would. Okay. Jabberjaws. How about when they did Pebbles and Bam Bam as teenagers? Okay, I don't know how the hell Bam Bam went for this kid who was the strongest thing on the earth. Okay, to the sissified thing that didn't know how to damn crack an egg. Okay, we had a number of characters, and to show you the difference. Let me go back to Snagglepuss for a minute, because see, Snagglepuss was gay. Pink Panther wasn't. Pink Panther wasn't gay. Okay, a little mischievous, but Pink Panther, honey, he was one of them little clever little children, honey. He wasn't gay, but Snagglepuss was, who was supposed to be in direct competition to the Pink Panther. But now that I look back on it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we had a number of children, honey, in the comic book, in the animated world, that gave us flair and gave us Queen and gave us all that. Hell, what about Peppermint Patty? Peppermint Patty, honey, was probably she was probably in the dyke world before Velma. Okay, her and Miss Marcy. Okay. So we all, it's always been implied, but it wasn't necessary to explain it because that was never part of the damn story. Okay. And then what made it confusing, well, not necessarily confusing, but what put a twist on it was the fact that as a kid, we all knew tomboys. We all knew the girl that was out there doing all the rough stuff like the boys and this, that, and the other, but yet they still had crushes on boys, right? Peppermint Patty was always trying to get Charlie Brown. So one would think, because she always called him Chuck. So she was always trying to get Chuck to take her out on a date and this, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it was the whole idea, okay, this girl like this boy, blah, blah, he don't like her, he like this one. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Linus and his security blanket, Linus was the queen. Okay, Linus was the big old sucking her thumb. Okay, and then Charlie Brown's sister was into him. Okay, she's just a damn, what we call them fruit flies now. Back in my day, we call them fag eggs. Okay, in love with a boy, honey, who didn't want nothing to do with her. How many of y'all understood that storyline, honey? You realized that he was gay. Okay. So that's always been there. So why now? Why, after all this time, do we need to have Velma Dinkley? Okay. Why do we need to have Velma confirmed as a lesbian? Okay. Why is that anything? Okay. Why is that? Okay. I'm trying to think of any time that when we were kids, that any time that even Fred and Daphne, they never went in and had anything to say about, oh, I like this boy or this, that, and the other. We knew Daphne was the beautiful one. And Daphne, here's what I did. I really believe that Scooby-Doo, and I'm just saying this out loud because I've thought this all the time as a child. I always thought that Scooby-Doo was the animated version and with a little twist of what Gilligan's Island was, okay? Because Daphne was like Ginger, red hair, model-like, blah, 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 blah. Fred was more like, he was a combination of the skipper and the professor, and this, that, and the other. It was always something, but it wasn't nothing intense to where anything was, recognizable. But the way how Fred and Daphne interacted, it was assumed that they were boyfriend, girlfriend. They never confirmed it. It was just assumed because they were always together. Okay, Shaggy was like the come along cousin or whatever with his little pet dog. Okay, that a talking dog. Okay, and Velma was the fifth wheel friend. Okay, so it all just felt like that, you know. But there was nothing that needed to have any kind of definitive identification marks on that, because that wasn't something that we were concerned with. You know what I'm saying? So why now? Why 50 some odd years later, you got to sit down here and go into this? Oh, wait a minute. Let me go to these comments. Y'all blowing them up, but I just saw something that just hit me. I think Daphne is a trans woman. Wow! Baby, now you want to upset the world. You want to upset the world. Do you want to upset the world? Child, bad. Let that come out. Now let that come out, honey. Fred and Daphne used to flirt back and forth with each other, but there was no issue with that because they were assumed straight. Exactly. Okay. What you say here? Shaggy was the plug. Okay, right, because he got everybody high. That's because everybody wanted them goddamn Scooby snacks. Okay. Scooby snacks were edible before we even knew what the fuck they were. Using real situations to manipulate, in my opinion. Okay, okay, okay. Lucy was the hag. Was Lucy the hag? Really? Okay. In the Charlie Brown, Lucy was the hag. You think so? Okay. 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 Love, hate, admiration. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sir. They called Pepper. Okay. Right. Yes. I mean, Miss Marcia kept calling Peppermint Patty, sir. Yes, she did. Yes, sir. Okay. That was BDSM, honey. She was probably into the whole leather lifestyle. Now that we know what it is, looking back on it, honey, you know, that was probably what that was. You know what I'm saying? Because, hell, she got off on being the assistant and carrying on to Miss Peppermint Patty or whatever. Child, but yeah. Okay. What'd you say? Low key. Pepper. Okay. Pepe Le Pew. Right. Okay, and they tried to play that off because he was French, you know, and because he had a French accent or whatever, and was going after the cat. Okay, now how double entendre is that, honey? You got the cat going after pussy. Okay, going after the cat, honey. Okay. It's interesting, isn't it? But see, looking at that, you know, that we can go back and rationalize it and you know, intellectually discuss what has been blatantly in our face all this time. But as children, that wasn't our focus. Our focus was, hell, we played Scooby Doo and stuff, you know, on the streets. You know, you got your little, what was the what's the name machine? What was the name of the car? The mystery machine. That's it. So they would go solving mysteries and carrying on. We all played, you know, when we were kids. That had nothing to do with nothing. You know, as far as understanding whose sexuality was what, that had nothing to do with anything. So why now? And for those who may say, well, inclusion or representation is necessary, why do we need representation in comics that are already institutions? How come we just can't create new shit that addresses these times? Why are we going to fuck up all that the institutions have already built? They have been staples. They've been staples all this time. You know, I mean, let's look at it from this particular standpoint. And I know there's the comparison between the gays and the blacks, but I'm going to use it anyway, because when we as black folks saw old comics and carrying on, when they had us drawn in blackface and carrying on, and black folks may not have been blackface, but they had them features that were exaggerated and stuff. Big old, all the pink mouths and carrying on. They was always shuffling and talking real slow and all of that. That's how white folks saw us back in the day. So the comic books reflected that. How many times have y'all seen the comic book when the baby put his head somewhere and then come back out, he got a big old Sambo head or whatever? Okay, that was funny to white folks. But, for us, as a child, I didn't understand what the hell that was until we got educated on what it meant. But we as blacks didn't sit down there and say, ban the cartoons or whatever. Were we wrong for not doing that? Should we have done that? Should we have said, we're not watching this and stop the kids from watching that kind of stuff until they changed what the comics were? Or was it an issue? Because many of us didn't seem like we cared. It's a cartoon. Ain't that what our parents told the child? That's just TV. Okay, that ain't real life. That's just TV. Okay, so, but we didn't go and say, okay, boycott this and let's not do that and this, that, and the other. But now that we have this stuff with the gay thing, and I'm always hearing the gay agenda, because we never heard, the black folks, honey, there's a black agenda out here. The black agenda want to make sure blah, 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 blah. Okay, we never had that, did we? Now, you could say the civil rights, now they'll say the civil rights movement. Okay, well, the civil rights, y'all just want to integrate. Y'all want to integrate, affirmative action did this and affirmative. See, they talk about programs that were institutionalized to help us get our foot up. We never mobilized and said, listen, we not taking this anymore. Y'all gonna take those cartoons off, because no, we never did that. Now in this day and age, because we talking about all of this, now everybody, here's the gay agenda. Here they go forcing this shit down our throat again. You know what I'm saying? So where's the happy medium? Where are we with all of this? Because I'm one of the gay children. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not necessary. That there is not necessary, because we had already assumed it anyway. How come we can't leave that as ambiguous? Like the character Pat on Saturday Night Live. Okay, Pat was ambiguous, right? And they left it that way, right? Remember they little cartoon sketch of the ambiguously gay superheroes, because they did shit that was questionable. Okay, and while they were fighting the crime or whatever, but you can't necessarily say that they were gay, but everything that they did, gave you that, what the kids say, that's sus. Okay, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean, honey. Either you are, that's sus. That's sus. That's suspect. That's suspected behavior. Oh my God, that is just so dumb to me. Okay, that is just so dumb for folks to say that. Okay, now that's what they're saying now. Back in my day, you got tendencies. Okay, you got them little gay tendencies, them homosexual tendencies. Now the kids say, that's sus. Okay. So what are your thoughts on that, honey? What are your thoughts, child? Huh? Y'all talk to me, baby. Talk to me, honey, because I need to know what's going on up in here. Talk to me. Dish your tea, baby. Dish it, because I got tea and I got crumpets, baby. I got tea and I got crumpet sugar, honey. So let's do this. Let's do this. So we're going to, while y'all getting that together, let me play something for y'all. Let me play something for y'all that I find is very interesting, because this is tying in two things. It's tying in the race thing with this particular, look at this. Okay.
Harrison, Arkansas is the most racist town in the United States.
Have a little pride in your race, brother. What pride, what pride? I wouldn't say after dark, man.
Honestly, dude, you have balls of steel, because you could get hospitalized by some guys that want to beat your ass.
I've had several old men come out here, look out the window and tell me, said, you better go tell that nigger to get out of here and shit. About 10 minutes, I'm gonna be back. You better be fucking gone.
Okay, come back.
What about the white line? We matter too. You're a white man. Crazy.
You're a dumbass. motherfucker. You dumb shit.
You racist motherfucker.
Are you a Marxist?
Communist. Domestic terrorist.
Why don't you take it to Chicago or New York or cold it up where they're shooting each other?
Explain to me why Coons life matters.
Hell they don't. Do a real fucking job.
I'm Jesus.
Get your ass out of town. That shit don't make shit here.
Hey, all lives matter, not just black.
You're Caucasian.
You're white.
You look like a white guy holding a black lives matter flag. What's the deal with that?
I'd be ashamed to be a white boy carrying that stupid sign.
You're white, aren't you? Oh, boy. Hey, lady, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Saying something to do?
Yes, sir.
I am good.
Because I'm tired of seeing this right here is the biggest hoax there ever was.
It's just the next thing to ask.
It is.
Yeah, black lives do matter, but what about ours, man?
Apparently, black people's lives matter more than us.
Apparently.
So the Irish had...
The nigger's gonna kill you. Black lives don't matter what you do.
Hey Mike, how's your day going? Walmart, they put out this statement.
I would ask you to leave. Exactly what I'm saying is exactly what they would ask me.
Okay, I played that because in this day and age, because all of this ties in together. But like I said, today's topic is, or title of the show is, when is enough enough? Okay. Now I played this clip, and even though there's not a gay a slant on this here is talking about the racism that we have here. That's a white man in this little town in Arkansas with a Black Lives Matter sign, standing wherever he's standing, and all he was assaulted by was white folks, his own people. Okay, his own people. Okay, now we could say that they are racist and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But are we saying they're racist because of what they're saying to him? Or are we saying that they're racist because that's their heart and carrying on? Because he was a white man too. And they're not threatening to kick his ass. They're threatening him. You better be gone by the time I get back. I'll be gone. I'll be back in 10 minutes. You know, I'm so tired of this. Black Lives Matter is the biggest whole. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, but what about ours too? And you a white man? What the fuck is this? You a white man, hold up a sign and say Black Lives Matter. See, a lot of that. What's the intention behind it? Now, he did that especially to prove a point. We know this, right? But the question becomes, why is it, what is the intent of all that? So we're saying that, okay, they're the most racist city in the country or whatever the case may be, but what's the intent? You know what I'm saying? What's the intent? All right. Why is it that we need to go to this extreme? Because like the child was saying, you end up in the hospital to keep doing this shit. These folks are serious, okay, about coming to whoop your ass. Why is that? Okay, what is all of this? Okay, and so now what? Okay, now take that. Let's add that to these. Imagine this particular section of the world who just came on this white man, now gonna come on white gays because now the gay agenda is we gonna make VELMA lesbian. Where's all this? Huh? Do you see what's happening here? See, as far as I'm concerned, the agenda that is being pushed is violence. Okay, because everybody, as far as I'm concerned, everybody who is a part of any kind of organization, any kind of community, any populace that's here on the face of the earth, everybody should have an agenda. Why? Because you are alive, you pay taxes, or at least you have done something in the community to where your voice matters. Now, what happens is that we got so busy trying to individualize the agenda to where there is no universal agenda to be like, hey, it's to where the world is included in it, whether you agree or not. But then too, agendas, if you will, have become so fucking politicized to where now we go back to what I said earlier. We're not having discussion to discuss and learn from one another. We're having discussion that I can talk and be right and I can shut you down. And that's not how this thing is supposed to work. Okay? It's not supposed to shut you down. What it's supposed to do is we come together at the table, and instead of being the melting pot, okay, we need to be a fucking stir fry. Okay? Instead of being the melting pot where we all come together and everything come out beige on the plate. Okay, we need to be a stir fry to where I know the cauliflower from the broccoli and the pea pods and the carrots. Okay, because each of them, without them, there is no dish. Okay, you may not like Brussels sprouts or whatever, honey, but hell, you put them in a goddamn stir fry, honey, with a little sesame oil or whatever, or the vegetable oil, or the olive oil, honey. Okay, and baby, whip that shit together, baby. Throw it over some rice, bitch. You got a meal, because then the recipe ain't the same without it. Yeah, you can say I don't like it, but shit, then you not having a real stir fry. You understand? Okay, you may be now for those who are allergic. Now, let's do that. Okay, if your stir fry and in it you allergic to something, honey, that doesn't mean that you don't like it or whatever. You just saying I can't fuck with it because I'm allergic to it. It does me and my system wrong. My system has a reaction. So if that's the approach, then how come we can't do that in life? How come, like for me and dope heads, I can't stand nobody who's a chronic doper. I don't care if it's weed, alcohol, whatever the case may be. I don't like nobody around me whose lifeline is dependent upon whether or not they got to smoke this motherfucking blunt. Okay, I cannot. Okay, I tolerate it. Okay, it's like one of my nephews, honey. That boy, he smokes his head off, but he smokes because it's a pain regimen for him because he has juvenile arthritis. Okay, since I've known him. Okay, so it helps relieve the pain for him. But goddamn it, I got tired every time I'm turning around. Hell, my ex, I was dating a white boy. Every time I turned around, he on this motherfucking bong. I'm like, nigga, okay, if you don't put this shit down and you got to smoke it till you cough and he turning all red and carrying on, I'm like, what is wrong? No, just get some good shit. Bitch, you dying. You should have been dying because it's some good shit. Okay. Uh-huh. I can't. Okay. And I prefer not to. I tolerate it, but I prefer not to. Okay. So if I could have an like that's an allergy to me, but I know I can't fuck with it or do it in spurts or whatever, right? Because like I'm allergic to shellfish. I've got to a point now to where I can be around those who got shrimp or whatever. I can't do it in long doses because see, then it'll start fucking with me, right? Give me as long as I got some air circulating in here, and I can. Okay, I've learned how to adapt to the allergy to where it's not completely overpowering me, but I still can't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? How come we can't take that approach in life without it being some kind of ceremony, without it being some kind of pomp and circumstance, without it being some kind of political agenda that's going to then become a talking point to say whether I'm right or you wrong? You know what I'm saying? It's just like for those of y'all who don't like chocolate milk, or those of y'all who say, okay, I can't fuck with milk because I'm lactose intolerant. I can't fuck with milk. You know what I'm saying? I like almond milk. I can't stand that oat milk shit. Ugh. That oat milk is ridiculously nasty, and to me. Now there's some of y'all, honey, who love y'all could, but see, y'all like oatmeal. I don't fuck with oatmeal unless it's in a cookie, honey. Okay, so that there is. So if I'm using the food analogy, you know, as a parable here, so that we can see how this can all make sense if we apply the same principles. Okay, if we apply the same principles, but how I don't believe. Well, no, not that I don't believe. Well, I believe that we are just lazy and don't want to. I think oftentimes we have gotten so set in our ways, and I think that's become a cop-out now. Oh, I'm just old and I'm set in my ways. No, you're not set in your damn ways. You just don't want to change because right now this makes sense to you. You don't want to be told that the very thing that you have been holding on to as the bane of your existence, you have created your life around what you believe to be real. You don't want that thing to be false. You know what I'm saying? And I know for y'all religious buffs, and don't come for me because I hear it already. For those of you who are religious fanatics and carrying on and saying, well, we telling y'all about y'all gay thing. Y'all keep saying y'all were born that way. Be born again. Okay, what you're scared that the word is right? No, I ain't scared that the word is right. Honey, the word is right, but not the way how you teaching it. Okay? And it's so subjective or whatever because, well, you know, that's a whole, we get on that religion thing later, okay? Because I was going to get ready to go down that rabbit hole, and I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm going to stop y'all in your tracks before y'all try to come with that particular argument and this, that, and the other, okay? We're not going to do all that. We're not going to do that. So that there is that. I do not. See, this goes back, because you know they tried to do that. Remember a couple of years back, they were trying to do that shit with the Mr. Potato Head? They wanted to take Mr. Potato Head, and they were trying to make Mr. Potato Head non-binary. They wanted to make Mr. Potato Head a non-binary thing so that trans people and non-binary people can feel included. I said, God damn it, it's Mr. Potato Head. They have Mrs. Potato Head. Bitch, the parts are interchangeable anyway. You building a goddamn potato spud, a toy plastic potato. What the hell are you talking about? That was the dumbest shit. And I said, no, y'all better not put that shit out there. You going and then you going after shit that has been here. It's already institutionalized. I'm still mad that they took Aunt Jemima off the pancake box. Okay, we knew she was on that pancake box for how long? 100 some odd years. She was on there. We knew what the fuck it was. We knew what it represented and carrying on. We knew that. They had done away with the whole character. They done away with her going and being mammy, whipping it up and serving pancakes everywhere, how they used to introduce the damn shit. And then they had even done away with the scarf. Remember they gave Aunt Jemima a makeover? They took the headscarf off and gave her a cute little hairstyle, put little earrings in her ears and shit. You know, they had done away with the mammy image. Okay? But no. We as Black folks decided because of the, you know, we all power to the people, Black empowerment, and oh my God, honey, we got to go after these children because that's racist. Donna sit down there. Now they took her off the box of the Pearl Milling Company. We don't even know what the hell the pancake mix is anymore. Okay? Don't even know. Because you went after institutions and was like, okay, yeah. So what was the accomplishment? The accomplishment was, okay, we got that image off the pancake box. What about Uncle Ben's? Did we change? I forgot if they even changed Uncle Ben's. Okay, did they change that? Okay, nobody went after famous Amos cookies. Now that's a black, well, it was. It used to be a black man's thing. Okay, then they bought it. Okay, the children bought them out and carrying on, blah, blah, blah. But we had our priorities in the wrong fucking order because now what did that do? Because it did not stop the pancakes from being made, did they? They just took the image off. They said, okay, y'all don't want Aunt Jemima no damn more. Okay, we call it the Pearl Milling Company. Okay. Okay. We call it Pearl Milling. Now, Pearl, honey, hey, everybody got an Aunt Pearl. Perhaps they could have left the image and not call her Aunt Jemima, call her Aunt Pearl. Because what did that do for us as a people? What did that do for us as a people? Did they put money in our community? Did we get the Pearl Mine Company did we get them to donate any of them profits from Aunt Jemima into the school systems or whatever? See, I think we just did this shit wrong and backwards. Now that was us as black folks. Now what about us as gay folks? We talking about representation in a motherfucking comic, in a cartoon that had nothing to do with sexuality. Nothing to do. It could be implied and inferred all damn day long. But that cartoon had nothing to do with anything sexual. So why are we concerned if Velma is gay or not? Why could we have not left it ambiguous and let that be an ongoing conversation? That could have been something that we sit up there and say, hey, we know. Wink, wink. Okay, that could have been something that could have been an inside joke for us. You know? I mean, hell, why not? I mean, and then think about it. Now, how about this? Because I don't know if this woman is lesbian or not in real life or whatever, but y'all know the voice of Velma has always been, well, not always, I know she took it over, Natalie from The Facts of Life. Okay, in the cartoon, Natalie from The Facts of Life, Mindy Cohn, she has been the one who was voicing Velma. Now, it was once suspected that she was lesbian in real life. I don't know. I thought I heard she had got married to a man, but don't quote me on that. Okay, I don't know. Research department, find that out. Okay, but okay. So now what? Okay, does that? I'm sitting here talking about the real voices and the real people. Does that now have to are we going to scrutinize the actors who voiced in these things or whatever? See, definitely going to have a blooming onion for unnecessarily. Why? Why? Over what? You're not invited to their bedroom. You didn't subscribe to their OnlyFans page if they had one. So why does it matter to you? Is that going to stop you from getting a Scooby snack? Are y'all going to stop singing Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Is that going to do it? Okay, what? Talk to me, honey. Let me go up in here because Miss Crystal, honey, yes, girl, you are letting us have it. Wait a minute, let me come up. I want to get all of your comments. I want to make sure you get all of your comments. What you say? But gain support without scams. Okay, in my opinion. Okay. We were raised by Karen, the GMO queen. Okay. This thing with Velma is still a mystery to me. I don't even know where the rumor came from that she was a lesbian. Okay, Princess, they are saying that the rumor started because there's been some little clips and stuff leaked from the upcoming movie, okay? And apparently there is a character that is in the thing that now Velma goes ape shit over, okay? Google, the children with Google have researched and said that they confirmed that Velma is gay. Okay, wait a minute. Let me pull up another article because I read it, but wait a minute. It was another one that I wanted to get to. Okay. Let me read the new. Wait a minute. I don't know if I can open it. Y'all, you know what bothers me? You get all these damn things, and the children, well, they want you to open it up, but they won't let you read it until you get a subscription. That shit bothers me. And I think the Washington Post is like that. Not the New York Times. I think it's just the Washington Post. Okay. Here, I'm going to read it from the New York Times. After decades of hints, Scooby-Doo's Velma is depicted as a lesbian. Okay. The character has long been seen as a lesbian icon. Some fans were thrilled that her sexuality was at last officially acknowledged. Okay. Again, this is dated for October 5th. Okay. And I'm reading it from the New York Times. Okay. A new movie has put to rest decades of fan speculation and suggestions from previous stewards of the Scooby-Doo franchise, confirming that Velma Dinkley, the cerebral mystery solver with the ever-present orange turtleneck, is canonically, okay, a lesbian. Okay, to many fans who had long presumed as much as treated her as a lesbian icon, it was not a shocking revelation. But her appearance in Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, which was it was released already on Tuesday on several digital services, was the first time the long-running franchise openly acknowledged her sexuality, thrilling some fans who were disappointed that it took so long. Scooby-Doo, created by Hanna-Barbera Productions, first appeared as a Saturday morning cartoon in 1969 and has been frequently reinvented in TV shows, films, and comics. It generally follows a group of teenage sleuths consisting of Velma, Daphne, Blake, Fred Jones, and Norville Shaggy Rogers. I never knew that was his name. I just knew it was Shaggy. Along with their mischievous Great Dane, Scooby-Doo. Now, Daphne Blake. Okay. That was her last name. Previously, Scooby-Doo writers and producers have said that Velma was lesbian, but had such pushback by studios would not allow them to depict her as one on screen. The new movie, which was directed by Audie Harrison, leaves no doubt to her sexuality. In one scene of the newest iteration, a blushing Velma, voiced by Kate Micucci, Micucci, Micucci or Micucci. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't y'all do it. Don't do it. Let the name be. Is smitten at the sight of her new a new character, Coco Diablo, who mirrored Velma's fashion sense with her own turtleneck and oversized glasses. In a later scene, she denies Coco is her type before admitting, "I'm crushing big time, Daphne. What do I do? What do I say?" Wow. So that's her line. "Oh, I'm crushing, Daphne. What do I do? What do I say?" Okay. It was that kind of overt reference to her sexuality that had failed to make it into the final cut before. Responding to a fan on Twitter, James Gunn, who wrote the screenplay for Scooby-Doo, a 2002 live action film, wrote in 2020 that Velma was explicitly gay in my initial script. But the studio just kept watering it down, becoming ambiguous, the version shot, then nothing, the release version, and finally having a boyfriend, the sequel. He wrote in a tweet, which was reportedly widely at the time and has since been deleted. That same year, Tony Cervoni, the co-creator of Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, a 2010 cartoon series on Cartoon Network, posted an image on Instagram of Velma standing in front of a pride flag. I remember that, okay? "We made our intentions as clear as we could 10 years ago," Mr. Cervoni wrote. "Most of our fans got it. To those that didn't, I suggest you look closer." In a response to a fan, he said specifically that Velma in Mystery Incorporated is not bi, she's gay, according to a screenshot saved by Out Magazine. Okay, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, but that's from the New York Post. Okay, that's from the Post. Okay, so there you have it. That's how it all came to be, Princess. Okay, that's how it all came to be. All right, this gives Karen heartburn. Okay, some folks label cereal stir fry. Label serial stir fry exploitation of humanity, in my opinion. Okay, goals versus agenda. I like that. Okay, agendas are founded on lies. That's true. I like that. Goals are more organic. I like that, Crystal. I like that. I misuse words again. Okay. Potato. Okay. Jerry, right. A Jerry curl. Uh-huh. Yeah, I believe Uncle Ben is gone too. I forget if he okay. The suit changed. Oh, his suit changed. Okay. 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 Gone. Okay. Y'all got misspelled. Okay. They did donate. They printed Darwin books and made cartoons. You stupid. Infested blankets donations. You stupid girl. Okay. Wow. Okay. That FOI cast was top tier. Okay. If you are a homosexual woman, you see Patty and Velma. I'm just saying. Okay, right. Okay, Peppermint Patty. Daphne too. Okay. Representation was a thing, especially in the 50s and 60s. Oh, no, repression. I'm sorry. Okay, yes. Okay, it was. Come on up in here, Red. You see where we are. This got a little hot up in here. As far as, with Velma and Scooby-Doo, and they sitting up there now, after all this time, they now want to go live and in living color and be like, okay, no, she lives.
Man, look, okay, first and foremost, don't nobody have to tell you it's raining. Okay? A real talk. Everybody in the cartoon, back from the beginning of the cartoon to doggone all the remakes and animations, nobody ever wanted to smash her. So we already knew she was off limits if she was on another team. Nobody ever even gave her a compliment of a little smush. So nobody wanted to smash that at all. Because they already knew she was one of the homies. What get me is, you see how the messages come through the creativity of this entire situation. Like you were saying, the lady with the name, the coochie lady, was doggone talking about the blow lady that played. It's just, it's just.
I'm not looking at your ass here. I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at you. You understand? I am not looking at you. I just put the damn camera on there.
I'm just saying. You got a coochie lady worried about the lady with blow at her name. Okay, everything is telling on itself, bro. Y'all don't look at the signs. If you watch 5 to 10 episodes of the animated sessions, when you see they all walking as a team, and Snoop, every time you see Scooby, you never saw his nose snooping around her. You understand? You never saw, when you see him walking and they doing the little Mr. Creep, that nose was either up Daphne butt,
Fred's or Shaggy's, yeah.
Fred's or Lord forbid. I mean, we never seen Shaggy smash, so him and Scooby might have been scrapping Scooby, scrapping Scooby, scraps. I mean,
Scrappy was Scooby's nephew.
That's what they say.
Uh-huh.
He might have been an adopted child of Shaggy and Scooby. You don't know what is going on.
Now, just for conversation's sake, but for real, the relationship between Shaggy and Scooby did give bestiality all day.
Well, I'm saying, because if I remember, Scooby licked on Shaggy so much.
Ice cream and all, yes.
And he loved it.
Right. But, Shaggy was always high.
But then let's talk about my Rainbow Brothers. Here we go. The man with the handkerchief around his neck.
Yeah, the Snacklepuss.
No. I'm talking about the same cartoon. Talking about the Ken Dow, the man in charge.
Okay.
You notice his outfit?
Uh-huh.
All these years, it screamed.
Well, Fred, but you know that there because he was from money. See,
Okay,
and you know the ascot was always the sign of class, darling.
Yeah, well, I guess.
But the ascots was always gay. That's because when Roland Martin was wearing his, I'm like, Roland.
Okay, and that's what I'm trying to tell you again. see, Meech, the reason you and I are a team is because I can spot the signs. They don't want to tell you because it was a cartoon, but he wore a what around his neck?
It's an ascot.
Stop. A what?
That's what you start. I was trying to say it because I knew what your head.
Come on, you can do it.
Ascot.
You can do it. You can do it. He's talking about a man named Scott's what? Come on.
It's an ascot.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what? If I ask Scott, I'm sure he knows Fred better than we do.
Shut up, fool.
Hey, I'm just showing you the signs. And it was such a colorful van. The van was so colorful.
Wait. Now, wait a minute, Leia. Hold on, because you rainbow. So come on and do this with me. Do you agree with it? Because see, as a lesbian, what does this mean for you? Because it's not like it's a big shock or surprise or whatever, but my take on this is, why is it, number one, that we're dealing with cartoons that are already institutionalized? Number two, why is it that nothing about Scooby-Doo has anything to do with relationships and understanding sexuality and this, that, and the other? Why are they now bringing that and introducing this particular conversation in something that never was? How come?
Hey,
listen, we had the drag queen
put on a dress. How many times does Scooby have on eyelashes? How many times does Scooby wear a wig? Okay, he was a trans puppy. I don't want to hear that, bro.
Well, we talked about that with Bugs Bunny. Bugs was always in the damn dress.
Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. Bugs been gay his whole life.
But
talking about, and what's up, Doc? Yeah, we know what's up. Yeah.
Right.
That was a flirt line.
So I'm as long as we had ambiguity in the stuff that we grew up on and carrying on. Now that we're older, looking back on it, we're like, oh, okay, because we understand what life is, and a lot of the double entendres and stuff that they put in.
Oh, Dish and T team, let's stop there. Ambiguity, he needs to explain that to some you people there. We had an intellectual moment, went right by you.
The ambiguity, honey, that means that everything was just, we had stuff that was there that didn't say yay or nay. It wasn't anything definitive. Okay, folks just did stuff to be doing it. That's like how we see kids. A lot of us now, if you see a boy playing with a doll, a man will sit down there and say, boys don't play with dolls, because in your head you think that is something. But if you look at it, the child ain't doing nothing but playing cops and robbers and carrying on and using this and using that and this, that, and the other. But the ambiguity
I thought when boys play,
okay, you can imply whatever.
But I thought when boys play with dolls,
you have no sound.
You hear me? You can't hear me?
No.
Wow.
I don't know what. Oh, wait a minute. No, that might be me. Hold on. Wait.
Hello?
It was my speakers.
I was just saying. I thought when boys played with dolls that it was like a preliminary certification class for the strip club. I mean,
okay. One would think, however,
You get to touch.
Listen, we left so much there, and I'm just having a moment with all of this because I think here in this particular instance, you know, and I'm going back to my other argument before you came on. I was watching TGIF with Al Reynolds and Claudia, and they had Gary with the T on there to this particular episode, and Al was like, you know, he doesn't see anything wrong with it because for years, in order to make change, we had to force everybody's hand, you know, in order for inclusion and representation. And this here is one of those things to where we have to force the hand so that it can be normalized or whatever. But the question becomes, if we're dealing with something that has nothing to do with relationship issues, that has nothing to do with boy girl kind of stuff in that thing, okay, why are we pushing sexual identity?
Didn't I put you up?
Thing that's not making sense to me. That's not making sense to me because see now it's open, but then again, like I said, is the cartoon, is this for children? Because where was it released on? What channel is this damn is the damn thing released on? Research department, look that up for me and tell me where this Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, what channel is it streaming on? Because it's streaming. We know it's not on Disney Plus. Okay. So, you know, and then of course, well, no, because see, this is Georgia Pride. It's not Pride Month like in June. This is just Georgia's Pride here. So I was going to say, with it being coming out, but
hey, let me ask you
something.
In Georgia Pride, do they eat peaches?
If they have a peach eating contest.
No, I was just wondering because Peaches called me and wanted to know.
I walked into that one. Damn it. I can slap my own ass, honey, because I walked right into that one, honey. Okay, and so you know how when you walk in the mall and you know that's the damn window, but you think you missed the window, you see the window because you're looking for the door and walk slap it to the window. That's exactly what the fuck I just did. Okay. That's exactly what the hell I just did. Knowing that this big ass glass is right here, I'm gonna hit the door. I'm gonna get the door and ran right into the glass. Okay.
Classic.
God damn it. Okay. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay.
Now run tell all them about that because this ain't scripted.
Let's see. It's normal when you embrace your family, not TV characters. Oh, now that's real good, Crystal. Chris, that's real good right there. I like that.
That is true.
That's why
I broke up with Stacey Dash.
Okay. It's on HBO Max. Okay. This particular version of Scooby-Doo is geared towards adults, not kids. And okay, so that's the question. Because when we hear Scooby-Doo, and like I said at the beginning of this, when we hear Scooby-Doo, when we hear animated movie, oftentimes we hear kids. Because we hear cartoon, we think kids. But there's a lot of shit. Okay, Adult Swim and a lot of anime and carry it on. Have y'all seen the sex scenes in anime?
What? Oh yeah.
Okay, that ain't for no goddamn kid. Hell, it's barely for adults because them damn people to do some wicked ass shit.
They got the whole anime XXX series.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot it's in your phone, right?
Okay. Right. Let's see. Okay.
They say these are the adventures of Swordfish Johnson.
Okay, right. Okay. Let me see if these children ready. Talk for a minute, because this child is trying to get an Uber.
What?
And
Uber closed.
Talk to the children for a minute. I'll be right back.
I swear to God, Mitch got to be mama, daddy, sister, husband, cousin, chef, chauffeur. He wear a whole lot of hats, but do he wear a Jimmy hat?
Okay, hold on. Since you went, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to make this goddamn phone call.
How you all doing? My name is Jason Pander, and I'm the CEO and founder of B Condoms. Today, I'm about to give you a demonstration to show you why B Condoms are the strongest condoms in the market. There's nothing better. What we're going to do today is I took one of our Platinum XL condoms, we're going to put it over a cucumber, and what I'm going to show you is that we can cut through this cucumber without actually breaking the integrity of our condom. Now you can see I put the condom over this cucumber. I'm going to take a knife. We're going to now cut through it. Now, keep in mind, all condoms are not able to do this. This is something special, all right? Our condoms are pH friendly for the women, all right? They're vegan friendly, they're organic. We don't have any of the toxins that you'll find in other types of condoms, like the caseins, the glycerins, the glutens, any of those. That's why our condoms are odorless and they're tasteless. So what you now saw was, voila, all cuts through the cucumber. Now watch this. Take some water, open it up. No holes. This is what you get when you purchase a B condom. The best quality on the market, black owned, and make sure to protect the culture with B condoms. Nothing's better. Thank you. Jason Panda tapping out.
Inspired to write the book because I was at a crossroads in my life. The church organization I was a part of for about 12 years, I found myself outgrowing its teachings. And at that particular point, I was unsure of what to do or where to go. Because it was a progressive church, I knew that traditional teachings was not going to be my forte anymore. So as I communed with my spirit, usually in the shower because water is my element, I was then given the warehouse to go on and to start blogging and to share what it was that I received during my meditations. And while preparing that, it came to me that this was going to be a book. And 2.5 years later, here we are, Epiphanies. Awakenings, Epiphanies along the spiritual journey. Awakenings, Epiphanies along the spiritual journey is a collection of blogs that have become in book form that are self-empowering, self-motivating, and will encourage the reader to develop themselves spiritually as they go along their journey towards their authentic selves. Now, each particular chapter, if you will, stands alone and independently as it is a lesson within itself. Take titles like I Am Not Your God, or in what love do you operate, or what do I want from a man. Those kinds of things will encourage a reader to become very introspective on what the material has to offer, and whether you agree or not, this will allow you to come with your own epiphanies and to expound on what was offered, or to create your own. That's a very good question. I believe that those who are seeking to stay connected with their higher selves, or with some form of spirituality, who are not conformists to the traditional church anymore, I believe that's who would benefit most from the book. Although it is written for everyone to take part of, or at least to experience, I really believe that those who are staunch traditionalists with organized religion may find it a bit controversial. However, that's the point of the book. It is to encourage discussion. It's to encourage dialogue between people. And as I said, whether you agree or disagree with the offerings that this project has, it will promote you to your own epiphanies, and it will promote you to really get down into thinking and into self-growth and self-understanding. Good question. Well, this is a sense of accomplishment for me, because for the first time in my life, I really feel as if something was actually done from start to finish, without any red clues, without any stagnation, without any external factors getting in the way. When my spirit and I commune, and it was given to me as a project, it was a complete from start to finish venture. Now, there was some hurdles that we had to jump, because this is my first time writing a book, but the sense of accomplishment, I am so overwhelmed with myself, and I'm very proud of myself that this is, wow, actual product. Is tangible, and it's no longer a thought or a dream or an idea. It is actually tangible. The advice that I would give would be to weather it. You have to weather the storm, and you have to understand that it is going to get better as long as you believe and stand on that particular thought that it will get better. I have a piece in the book that says that the process is sandpaper for the soul, and understanding that the process is all that, the crying, the stewing, the booing, the hooing, and all of that burns and gets us to a place. It is going to be for your betterment. So as long as you endure what's going on, when you come out on the other side, you'll be as gold, and you'll be able to look back and thank yourself for enduring. I don't know if there's a favorite, because each particular chapter, if you will, is a different lesson within itself. If I were to point out, I think my most valuable lesson for me while writing it was when I discovered the whole idea of I am not your God. And that is the idea that when we put ourselves in a position that everybody runs to us for everything, including a pat on the back or whatever it is, we then in turn become their God, because we don't direct them to their source of power, and we end up being their God. And once you learn that, to remove yourself out of the equation and then let the infinite creator be the infinite creator, then things will start to move and go forward and move quickly and swiftly. everything can be found at my website, and that's at www.dishingtea.com. www.dishingtea.com. From there at the website, you'll be able to link on to how to buy the book through PayPal, or if you have an ebook, you can also buy the ebook form on Smashwords.com, and also we'll link you to the Facebook page as well.
All right, children, I'm back. I'm still sitting up here trying to get this damn Uber together, but I think I got it because, yeah, we had to finagle a couple of things, and children had to get back, and now I'm going to send the money with you. Oh, honey, this just gets on my nerves.
Look, you should, you know what? They got a new one out. You could have sent it.
What?
Called Scuba. There's niggas on skateboards.
She down there by you in Stockbridge, child.
Why don't she go to her mama's house?
That's where she at.
Oh, well, okay. Make a pallet on the floor, baby.
No, she trying to get back because she got to go to church in the morning. Her mama, they've been driving all day. Her mama said, no, I'm tired of driving, so we just going to send her home in an Uber. I said, oh, who paying for it? We'll send the money because I'm not coming that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Right, the children.
Super mom.
Okay. So be that as it may. Okay.
So when you outside, right?
Uh-huh.
This is a rainbow question. So
okay.
All the allies raise their hands if you're in the building so you can use education time. Okay, look. What you need, okay, you outside in a big festival.
Uh-huh.
You across the park.
Uh-huh.
And one of your children see you, right?
Uh-huh.
Do they yell out Big Meech or Meech or Demetrius, or do they yell out Mama?
All of the above.
Also, it'd be a nigga clean on this other side calling you Mama across the park.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And there you have it, people that didn't understand.
They would do it. They would do it. My kids would do that all the time. Brandon good for it. You heard Brandon do it.
Yeah. Brandon, yeah, I can see that.
Brandon do it all the time. Ma, hell, lady does it.
You know what? I'm still learning how to speak, lady.
Marky.
Lady does it all the time, child.
But lady has a slur even when she's sober, so I need to.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to speak, lady. Like.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But those who are my children, yes, it's all of the above. All of the above, whichever name they get to first.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
Okay. Whatever name they get to first. Kieris, he always called me Demetrius. He would call me Dad when he wanted something. Because he used to make me sick with that shit. Hey, Dad. I'm like, okay, what the hell do you want? Because I was a dad. I was always Demetrius or Mom. Jeff, my road dog in New York, Jeff was always Dad. Okay, so anytime he called me Dad, I knew he was up to something. He wanted something. Okay, so my son Graylin, who's also passed. I got 3 kids that's passed on. My son Graylin always called me Pops. Okay, that was his thing. He called me Pops, but then when he was being enduring, he did this just before he died. He was crossing over because he became a member of Onyx, which is the Black S&M Leather Club or whatever.
Uh-huh.
became a member, and the day that he had crossed over, they had a big to-do for him, right? So I went to the festivities, okay? And when he saw me, he's like, "Oh, you came." I said, "Baby, this was important to you. I wasn't gonna miss this." I said, we have been feuding, you know. Graylin was my wayward child, honey. He was the one that, you know, was, you know how we get the ones that can't wait till they grown so they get the fuck out the house and don't come back until it's birthday or Christmas or holidays or whatever. I'll call you when I feel it, you know, kind of thing, because I'm gonna do my own thing.
Stop, I'm jealous.
Graylin became that child to me, okay, because we fell out over some shit that he was doing and I didn't like it. And so I came to his ceremony and that whole thing. And that was the Friday. Saturday was a part 2 of it. And he was about to denounce all of that for me. I was like, wait a minute. Somebody had came to me and had approached me wrong, right? So he thought. I was fine with it. But he said, wait a minute, that's my mama. He said, and the guy was one of the senior dudes in the organization. And he was like, what did he call him? He didn't call him newbie. He called him something. He said, boy, you out of place. And he said, fuck that. This is my mama. I don't give a fuck about this damn honest shit. This is my mama right here. And I looked, I was like, that's the first time he called me mama. The only time he's called me mama in public. Okay. And then right after that, we lost him. You know, so I hold dear to that because I was like, boy, you just crossed over. You finna give all this up. Wow. That was my sign that I knew he really loved me. And things. So yeah, but my kids, now all of my Detroit kids call me mama. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I just be saying because a lot of people, just like this, a lot of people will overhear rainbow conversations in public. And gestures of people speaking back and forth to each other in their circle.
Right.
And be confused on what they're hearing.
Right. Yeah.
So when I ask you stuff like that and everything, and everybody who's watching and listening, I don't ask questions of offense. I've asked questions of intellect and education because you don't know unless you ask.
Unless you ask, right.
All right. So
right. And that's a good thing because this is why the whole idea of parenting in our community, for those of y'all who watch Pose, I still get folks who ask me questions about Pose and carrying on because they didn't believe that the dynamic was as serious as what it was. You know, especially in the beginning of all of it. I'm gonna take you down. Okay, wait a minute. He had to dip out. I'm gonna take him down. Okay, he's back. Okay,
I'm listening. I'm right here. I ain't left.
Okay. Especially in the beginning because the dynamics were that serious. You know, in the beginning of Pose, like when she took what's the name to school and got him back in school and this, that, and the other, you know, and had to go talk with the teachers and yeah, that's real. I've done all of that. Now I haven't done that to school, but I've done that on jobs. I take my babies down to their jobs and carrying on and you know, this, that, and the other. We had to shit. One of my daughters who was biological female. I had to give her all my old drag clothes or whatever because she had pissed me off. I said, wait a minute, you the only bitch in here, honey, who bleed for real. And I have not seen no feminine products in here or nothing, girl. What Oh mama, I can't wear none of that stuff. I said, what the fuck you mean you can't wear that stuff? I can't wear it. She talking about that
So what you doing? Sitting on the toilet for a week? What are you doing?
No, she was sitting down there, and that's where my tissue was going. She was stuffing her damn her clothes with my tissue.
Oh, she was what we used to call a stuffer.
Yeah. And
yeah, we had a name for them little nasty. I ain't talking about her, bro. That's what we call them, nasty street stuffers. They'll go in your bathroom. Look, let me tell you where stuffer came from in Illinois. They'll go in your bathroom, you having a gathering or something, and when the gathering is over, you know a stuffer been there because you got a doggone face towel or something missing.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Cupcake wants to know what they stuffing. Well, we're not having this is not a Thanksgiving conversation.
Okay.
What are they stuffing?
But honey, their panties ain't carrying on, honey. They're trying to keep the flow at bay.
Replacing it.
Me stealing my towel, making no boo.
Making no what? No.
I sat down with her, and when I tell you that was a conversation, I called my mama. I said, "Mama, wait a minute, girl. You ain't gonna believe this one." And
okay, hold on. We gotta have an education break. Those that were born leakers.
Here you go.
Right. All right. The squatters that are the trotters that want to be the upstanding guys still have to do things every month. And some of them don't like to use the products because they're too masculine for them.
Right.
So,
and that there is real, yeah.
Or they'll take your child to be missing. I know that's what we got. That's where I didn't make that up. It was a girl I used to see all the time. I know that did that, and I used to call her stuffer in Illinois.
Yeah. But no.
I was like, you don't see all them pads in there. You better use them. Little.
Well, they don't have pads in there. If you got a house full of guys that don't particularly, you know what I'm saying?
You need to go home.
She was the only.
She said, "Well, you need to go home." Wait a minute. That's easier said than done because oftentimes if they have not started their cycle, and it just happens, they have to go in the bathroom to clean up. That's usually when the towel and stuff come up missing, because they're not using. They don't know. A lot of our studs, we call them, they're now the aggressive girls or AGs, okay, or masculine identified lesbians.
So they meals. They're not milfs. Meals.
No, we got millies and fillies, yeah.
Millies and fillies.
Let me tell you this,
yeah.
Okay? They can make life so much better, right? Since they don't want to do that, why don't you just go ahead and go get the shot? 3 months and you good. It'll stop that whole mess. If you want to be a dude that bad, just go get it every 3 months and your cycle will stop.
But then they'll feel like
but here's the thing: a lot of them don't want to be dudes like that. See, and that's what the education is. A lot of our masculine identified lesbians are that they embrace their masculinity, but they're not throwing away their womanhood because they're not trying to be trans. Those who are trying to be trans and are trans men, those are the ones who go get shots and this, that, and the other because they want to be men.
But see, them right there, even though they look like Chuck, they still don't mind getting stuck.
Okay, well then.
All right.
Okay, well then when your
you know what? You and your goddamn verbiage is working me. You know that, right? I know you're doing that shit on purpose because you're working me.
If you don't want to do that,
okay.
Hey, I'm sorry.
They you know, I'm okay. They can track this stuff.
Who gonna put that on there? I'm a real nigga out here in these streets. I ain't got no period track on my phone.
Use up all my tissue because you have some problem.
And doggone tampons, they don't fit in my wallet because I'm a real nigga out in the streets.
That's what with my daughter. That's what made me ask because I was like, "What the heck?" You know, I'm like this here with my tissue. I buy it the way I buy it. Okay, you get. Now we get in 36 rolls. A roll of tissue usually lasts a week on regular use. If you got multiple big asses up in here, a roll may last 3 days. Okay? So a thing of 36, right? Right? Now, if it's weekly, that's 36 weeks. That's half of the goddamn year. Better than half. All right, if I buy 2 of those, bitch, I got tissue for the year. If it's every 3 days, then that means that we got to, about a month and a half, we got to go get. No, honey. I'm going to be buying tissue. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it dawned on me, wait a minute, Hooker, wait. Oh, wait. I know we all talk about pussy and carrying on, but bitch, you got one. Ain't no feminine products up in here. Ain't no feminine products up in here. Where are you? And that's what she sprung on me, honey. Oh, I can't use none of that stuff because I'm allergic my ass. I didn't
So
say
let
tampons. I said, bitch, you better go. No. And I had to go and
so
we had
wait,
to get something.
wait. When the homies be like that, right? And they be like real niggas in the street, right?
Yeah.
Like bother with that, and so I know they not doing no doggone, and they don't have no lawn service. You know what I'm saying? They just be letting it go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know it smell like sardines and tuna fish around that time. You know what I'm saying?
No, they've been not in my. No, we don't play that in my house. And with her, that's what come. It made me ask
Your
because
house,
I'm
right?
like,
Ain't no fish in your house. I'm just talking about when there was a fish there.
no, but that's just it because she bathes regularly. And I don't know what her pH was, but goddamn it, I said no. There are no products up in here. Okay, and I had to get her together, and then eventually we had to find out she was buying the deodorant ones or whatever that was. I said, "Bitch, you don't get the deodorant ones, then, honey. You get the ones that don't do." And then we had to sit down there and get it. We had to not tampons but pads. Then we had to understand what her flow was. I said, "Well, how is your flow, heavy or whatever?" And she wasn't a heavy flower. Like the first day or so was, and then she tapered off. So then we had to learn how to adjust the pads or whatever, and all of that. Then I had to give her, a lot of what she had to deal with. I got tired of her clothing, so I gave her a lot of my old drag I was wearing, and then I had to give her makeup tips and things, and I had to get my daughter.
Wait. Stop.
What?
So, group of guys was teaching one girl.
Not a group, me, just me.
Oh, okay, well,
not a group because I didn't want to embarrass her completely. So it was just me that had this conversation with her.
A man was teaching her how to, regulate her cycle or whatever.
Yes.
And okay. Okay. Anyway, you get what it's like. It was like, I don't know. I get, well, you the mama, so yeah, well.
And there you have it. Now, catch this. My mother said something to me a while ago, right when I was starting to have all my surgery with my hernias and carrying on. And she brought something to me, and when she said it fucked me up for real. I mean, it really fucked me up. And I said, because I'm like, I said, Mama, I don't know why I'm going through this, because at going through these hernias, it was like every so often I had to go have a surgery. I had one, and then a year and a half later, I had to have another one, and I had to have another one to repair it. And she said, she said, well, you always said you wanted to have 6 kids. Well, now you understand what it is to be cut on to have these kids. And it fucked me up when she said that. I said, oh, Mama, that's deep, right? Because I had all of my gay kids or whatever. So, and one time I went to the hospital. Miss Essie Lorraine, honey, you have to, this is what she, my mama. I was at home. I was trying to come home. I had got out the hospital, but I was having problems because didn't nobody want to clean up or nothing. I'm tired of hollering, right?
Where?
Mama had came around there to the house.
I don't do rag.
What?
Go ahead.
Mama came around the house and she looked, she said, God damn it. She said, now let me tell y'all something. She said, I'm the mother. Okay, I'm the queen mother, since y'all want to get that way. She said, let me walk back up in here and this house ain't together. She said, now my baby done sat up here and gave all you motherfuckers a place to stay. Oh, Mama was cussing, she was cussing down. She said she done gave all of y'all a place to stay. Okay, and y'all don't know how to sit down here and get this place together? She said, let me walk back up in this motherfucker. Get y'all black asses up and get this house together. I said, ooh, okay. After that, he looked at me and said, "Oh, that's where you get that shit from." I said, "I keep trying to tell y'all." So yeah. Okay. Wait a minute, Crystal. Okay, hold on, Crystal. Okay. The conservative folks keep thinking that there's an agenda behind the new cartoon and that the moral fiber of America is being ruined once again. Girl, you know what? I'm so sick of that damn argument. I have no fucks to give about that argument because see, every time I hear about American families and the moral fiber of America, I go right back to y'all don't say that when these pastors done sit up there and done fuck every woman in the damn pew. Y'all ain't said nothing about everybody who is ended up cheating and having all these damn three ways and carrying on in front of their kids. Y'all don't say nothing about all that's going on with the school shootings and this, that, and the other about the moral fiber of America. But all of a sudden, the cartoon is single-handedly going to do that because it's a gay agenda. See, that's the bullshit that I get tired of hearing.
Hey, stop getting
now,
upset.
If you're going to add it to the
stop getting upset about what you know. Okay, the intellectual mind does not go there. The intellectual mind does not eat into that. They don't have negativity or no reciprocity about what these people are saying or showing or trying to or displaying when it comes to somebody's sexuality in an animated world. It's the ignorant-minded people that use that as an agenda to be addressed, but it's called the Ofe for the underlay, or the underlay for the Ofe. That's all it is. It's just like you got to sit there and throw up a bells and whistle, get the attention, and then go for what you're really concerned about. Don't nobody really care about that.
Right.
Don't nobody really care about that, but it's an easy target.
It's that's what I am. It's the easy, that's the easy bullseye.
Yeah.
You know, that's the easy one. You know, everybody take a third course. When you're trying to raise your GPA in school, what do? You always go take the bird classes to get the quick A. Everybody always went to gym and lunch. Why?
Yeah.
Okay, you just go eat and play and get a little grade for it or whatever. Okay, and those the bird courses. So everybody always uses that. It just that's what I have no fucks to give for those little arguments like that because all of a sudden, after everything that's going on here, we still got folks that I'm still trying to understand how is it that every year, hurricane season is coming. Why is it always a struggle to raise money during hurricane season? And everybody got to now we praying and this, that, and the other. It's hurricane season. Y'all know it's coming. Where is the reserve that's already set aside to say, okay, we know this season is coming, bada boom?
Wait a minute. Wait. Now, this is the part where I get pissed off. As soon as another country got a problem,
and there we go.
We're all the money in the world to send them right away.
And there we go. And there we go.
No hesitation.
And there we go.
Why are we raising money to save our own ground?
To save our own. And yet wherever we pull that money from the fucking reserve to send over to the Ukraine and carrying on. Okay, the money is always available. And that there is where how is it that we have this over here that has the greatest importance right now? We have parts of Florida. What is it? Fort Myers? They said Fort Myers is completely destroyed.
Yeah.
They said that city, the whole entire city is gone.
You hear that now?
Okay.
Where we was headed. Fort Myers is completely gone. We were getting ready to go to Fort Myers before this.
Wow.
Was invited.
Wow. Okay.
A car
They're
show.
saying Fort Myers is gone, and a couple other places are heavily damaged. Okay.
Imagine if we got down there and something that happened.
So, with all of this that's going on, now all of a sudden the cartoon it takes precedent. What? Bad. Okay, bad.
And what's crazy is the suffering and the body count is still going on and raising right now.
Yes.
So how is Velma being gay more important than the people that's missing?
They're gonna put Velma on the mystery bus, honey. And her and Scooby Doo go get a Scooby snack and solve it. Shaggy. Hey, Red, you wild. Okay. Excellent segue. Well, thank you, darling. Interesting. Okay, the book. Sandpaper for the soul. I love that description. Why, thank you, darling. Thank you. That's yes, the process is sandpaper for the soul.
Hey, tell them to go get the t-shirt. It's on the website.
Sure enough. Okay. Tony Terry too. I see you dishing tea. Yes, honey. Okay. That's if you caught the show from the opening, that's Tony Terry on the jingle. He gifted that to us. Yes, that's my brother, honey. He gifted that to us right after our very first interview with him. I was telling him I was trying to get a jingle together, and he gifted that to us. So I'm very child. Listen, when I tell you God is just moving this, I love it. That's why media cannot explain the real, in my opinion. And there you have it. Okay, that's family, yeah, and it's somewhat over romanticized. Now, let's go right there because see that's what happens in a lot of stuff. This is during when we're talking about polls and carrying on because television is television. Oftentimes, folks do not see the real struggles. They see what is projected because we know in the story we have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Or if it's episodic, we got ongoing stuff. But you don't see the real struggle and how we cope through it. Let's go to polls for a second. Y'all know when they had the fight scene and Pray Tell and what's the name was about to get into it. He said, "Wait a minute, you fucking Ricky." Okay, and it became a whole big to do. Well, when it came back to the next season, they had split up. They hadn't talked for 3 or 4 months. So we don't see that part of the struggle when they wasn't talking. All we get is the makeup. Oh, girl, I missed you. Oh, sister. Okay, we don't see what happened, the stewing and all of that. And I'm trying to go out to the club, and I'm not gonna go to the club because I'm gonna have to. I'm mad at this bitch. And we have the same circle of friends. Don't bring that bitch's name up to me. All the shit that's out in the street and carrying on of what that. See, all that don't get told. Okay, they're not ready. Okay, we prefer the term drippy. Just kidding. Home is here, put out. Overbleeding happens with the shot. Okay, I didn't know. Well, I don't get them, so I wouldn't have known that. Okay,
you don't get.
Oh, cisgenders are still using TV. Believe it. Okay, bushes can be kept. Yes, they can, honey.
You say you don't get what?
I said I wouldn't know that. I don't get the shot, so I don't know about the overbleeding, honey.
You don't get the shot. Well, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? I don't get. Did she talking about the shots that she was referring to when they said go get the shot and stop the bleeding? And
well, how do you protect yourself?
How
do you protect yourself? You don't get the shot?
Don't you start. Don't you start.
You got your tube side?
Yeah. Burned and clipped. Okay. Burned and clipped, bitch. If I have another baby, it'll be a miracle. A complete miracle. Okay.
I'll be right there with you, dog. Push.
See, family does what they can to help the children. Yes, that's true. G mother. Okay, you understand, honey. The House of Divinity was in okay. Absolutely. Great points. Okay, well, thank y'all. Okay, thank y'all. So that's where we are with all of that. Okay, we've been on this subject for damn near 2 hours. I was trying to get through this. Let me see. Let's go here. Let's go here. Because I want ladies, let's do this. Okay, let's do this because I want to know something because I was listening. What was I listening to? What was I listening to? Oh, it was again. This was TGI Friday, and they brought this up, and when I said, wait a minute, that's an interesting point. Because I want to take the spin on. I want to do this particular spin of it. Is the ring that important when the man proposes to you? Does the ring matter? Why is it that you want this man to be in debt to go buy you this ring to say that you are engaged so that you can show off to all the other bitches to say, my man, why is it diamond on the ring is equivalent to how much this man loves you? And then,
Diamond. Okay, go ahead.
And then, during the engagement, if something were to go wrong, you feel you're not supposed to give that ring back.
Wrong.
Huh?
Wrong.
Okay, so talk to me. Let's go. Take your ring.
Look here. First and foremost, when you get engaged, yes, women do like to doggone take I guess they scale. Oh, is that a half a carat, a whole carat, a 2 carat?
Right. As if they now all of a sudden the bitch done became diamond brokers and shit.
But when you wave both their hands in the air, ain't no carrots on it, and they probably don't even eat carrots. You know what I'm saying? So this is where Silly Rabbit comes in.
I drink mine, honey. Okay.
Hey, good.
Okay.
They say they're good for your eyes, but I say they're good for your throat because you definitely got to see what's coming towards your mouth. But look, what I'm trying to tell you, is women do that. That they start trying to categorize the level of love or the level of intimacy or what you got. But what about this, women? Since you all supposed to be such thinkers and doggone collectively doggone ones that hold it together, you know what I'm saying, backing the man up. Don't come asking for no house if you're wearing it on your finger.
Ooh.
You want to go shopping till you drop. Well, how about you drop your level of ring? And all of a sudden, you've been riding all the time in the same car, but now you need a new one because we engaged.
Right.
Okay, well, why don't you trade that ring in for your car? Because if I ask you the question of having my hand in marriage, where's the part do I say, would you take this ring and would you marry me? No. Take this ring, don't come to the wedding. When you get your panties in a bunch, you think you're supposed to walk away with my investment?
Right. That part.
I will send a ninja after your finger.
Not a ninja. Did you say a ninja?
Yes, a ninja.
Okay.
I just think that people have gotten so commercialized and glamorized about the glitz of it. You know what I'm saying? You got a woman that got a central train station for JJ and want to wear a white dress. You know.
Ooh.
I'm saying, come on.
Right.
You know you've been on your back so much your dress should be black. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
It's just like,
okay,
completely 100. I mean, just keep it 100. Why you need all this big old ballroom ground spread all out? Ain't you been spread enough? You don't need to do all that.
On a dress that you gonna wear one time.
Right. And then you're gonna get this dress and talking about, oh, it's an heirloom, I'm gonna pass it down to my kids. You're not even gonna have any kids because you done tore all your insides up before you decide to settle down.
Child. Okay.
I mean, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You trapped this guy because he probably ain't had none since he started walking. Okay.
It's interesting. That is interesting. The ring bearers, ring ceremony. It's the society that made up the fairy tale. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know, and guess what? And back to those cartoons. You see the fairy godmother, the ring, all of the marriage and the kiss and the prince, all that Disney mess going on, right?
Right.
Same cartoons. We can get into cartoons deep, but that's the same cartoons that have subliminal messages they embed in kids' brains, and we don't even know what's going on. Like, where did they learn this stuff at? Well, guess what? When they was watching doggone When You Wish Upon a Star, it says screw you in the doggone clouds.
In the clouds, right. Uh-huh.
Right. You watch a line, the whole word bitches in the doggone star.
Right.
And you want to ask where they get that from. Nigga, Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, When You Wish Upon a Star. Yeah, okay.
Right. Makes no difference who you are, honey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All the stories I told in the beginning.
Child.
God, I don't get it, bro. But
okay.
I feel like this. No, hold on. Don't you think if you all want to take society and base it off a ring during the engagement, don't you feel like if she accepts the engagement, that it should be something where she has to get him a ring from that point on?
Okay. I brought this up because, like I said, I heard this. They were talking about it on TGI Friday. And what happened at some ball game just recently, okay, a dude had proposed to his girl at the ball game, but he had a ring pop, to do it.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
All right. But what happened was she got mad, threw her drink in his face. And that's what went viral. It wasn't the fact, that was the outcome of all that. Now, I haven't seen it. But some folks are saying that it might have been a setup or whatever, one of them little gag little things, because they had the camera ready and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But now a lot of folks are doing shit to get the likes and all this, that, and the other on the internet, okay? For that viral sensation. But at the same time, we do know stories where, folks that have a ring, I'm like, well, where's the diamond? Okay, do you have a ring? And it's become a joke.
How many times you seen the parodies where she get engaged, he give her a ring, and then everybody doggone hold his ring up, their hand up like this?
Right. Hell, in the cartoon, let's go to Tom and Jerry. Remember when Tom was trying to get the girl, and Smooth Cat Daddy was outdoing him, and Tom had the little ring, and she put on the goddamn what's the name, mask, and open his bitch up. I was like, Tom, you tried too hard, but your best just ain't good enough. She high maintenance, dude, and I know you want it, but that's a pretty piece of pussy, honey. That one not you out your league, baby. Okay. Nonetheless, we glorify all that kind of stuff, to where now that's become standard, as far as the putting more pressure on men. I tell you, I get tired. My best friend, I think he just recently paid off a wedding. I got to ask him how long did it take him to pay off his wedding. He was married twice. His first wedding lasted 8 years. That's when he was married to Sherry. Okay. And because she had taken his last name, all her debt became his. So he was still paying for a wedding, and the debt that had accrued in her name that they tacked on to his up until the divorce. I think he just recently got out of it. And why is that significant? Because they got married in 1990. The marriage was over in 98.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when did he marry Tim? He married Tim. Him and Tim got married in, was it 03? I think it was 03. Okay. And they divorced in 14, 15, somewhere up in there. Okay. So by the time he was on his second marriage, he was still like halfway through his second marriage, still paying on the first one and clearing up debt on the first one.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute. When he was telling me that, I said, Jimmy, what the fuck are you talking about? How in the hell is the debt longer than the goddamn marriage? You know?
Because
because
he allowed all the influence. You can't let people be influential about your pocket.
Right.
And that
was something he had to learn and carrying on. But it supports my point of asking, you know, why is it that women are expecting men to take on that kind of responsibility, especially when you know you ain't serious?
Because it's all about the bells and whistles of the show for a lot of women, or it's about the fact that they can say, look, that I'm married. It's like you want the badge.
Right.
You don't want the response. You don't want the responsibility. Okay, let me tell you something.
Okay, there we go.
Wives. Oh, the wife. Okay. Small word, big responsibility. It falls under the description of what a domestic goddess is.
Okay.
Your responsibility factor when you choose to become somebody's wife, you know, you got to realize that when you say yes, you need to know what the expectation is of that spouse. You understand? You got to know, because like you got things that the people they think is barbaric thinking, but no, it's common sense thinking. The cooking, the cleaning, you know what I'm saying? Sex supposed to be crazy all outdoors, because guess what? If you all are exclusively to each other, then everything that you can get for $40 up and down the map, you should be getting at home.
Okay, wait, let's go there. Let's okay, here we go. See, on one hand, I understand the whole biblical, but what they're trying to tell us is biblical about waiting until marriage to have sex. Okay.
Right.
The Bible doesn't necessarily say that, it's implied, and we run with it. Okay. And the whole idea of having a virgin, that both people are virgins, is so that you can explore this thing together.
Right.
Okay. You learn it together. You do this together. You find out how this is together. Right. But of course, you know, being in the world that we live in, you know, that's not what this is. Folks are coming inexperienced and this, that, and the other. Right. But what happens when, you know, we always, you know, everybody always hear the term, okay, I need a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. Okay?
Right.
But what happens when she don't want to be that freak? She wants to remain a lady at all times.
And there's a leak
in this old building, and my soul,
yes, sir,
has gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, but it does that. Is that fair?
This is my remix of a very popular R&B song, and I'm going to give you a small snippet of it. There's a stranger in my house. She used to put it in her mouth. I used to adore her, but now I ignore her.
Wait a minute. I turned away, and then you gonna start back up when I look right back at you, you motherfucker. Okay. I turned away, and you stopped. I'm like, oh, okay, he's at a snippet. I look
Pop
back at
quiz.
you.
Tell me where my cock is. What?
You old dirty dog. Okay. I turned away.
I'm just
I
saying.
look at you, and when I turn back, you start right the fuck back up. You okay?
Just saying. What the same thing you did to get him, you got to do to keep him. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do that and more because listen, and I'm going back to what we were talking about yesterday with my girlfriend April. Y'all know that's my sister. I love April Mason. If y'all are not hip to April Mason, I encourage y'all. She has an app now, an all feminine social club. It's an app. Okay, go to your Google Play, whatever, download and become a member. She's fabulous, and she asks the question: are you an asset, or are you a basic? When she say basic woman, I say basic bitch. Okay, and it sounds harsh, but she asks the question: are you leading with your accomplishments, or are you leading with your aspirations? Because see, if a woman is sitting up there saying, I make my own money, I can pay my own bills, I got my own car, I got this, I got this, I got this. Okay, where does he fit in? Because now you're leading with accomplishments. You're saying that I'm a CEO of a company. I got this, I got this. Okay.
A lot of time they can't lead with their aspirations because that'll be all it once it's over. Because when you lead with your aspirations, you seem that it becomes a boring situation. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not. Why am I entertaining this, Jesus? Okay. Why? Okay.
Because you're interested in the aspirations.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Back to the basic liability bitches. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. If you're leading with all of your accomplishments, honey, that's what women do. That's all women doing now. They lead with that. So you become just like everybody else. So you're basic. Okay, right. You are basic. What else do you have? What are the things that's going to make you an asset? Because everything that you just said, honey, a man can buy that from somebody else. He can pay a bitch to be an accountant and to get his books together and carry on. He could pay somebody to run his company. He could pay somebody to clean his house. He can pay somebody to cook a meal.
I was your lover and your secretary. Yeah, go
See?
ahead.
Boom. So with all of that, what else do you have that's going to offer, that's going to be an asset? Okay, I said yesterday on yesterday's show, let us see, it says all the time, honey, how are you going to add to me? That's the best of my song. How are you going to add to me?
Well, what I say, fellas, this is what I say. When you think you found that one and you're jumping up and down on top of them, and the mission is complete, as soon as you're done, don't walk away. You hold them legs up in the air and you look down where you just came from and you tap on it. Pat, 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 pat. And you look down in there and you say, hey, Is that all it is? And if you don't get a response, walk away, because you have accomplished everything that you're going to accomplish with that person. There's nothing else going to happen.
You know what? Stop.
It's the truth.
My barometer has always been this. Those who take an interest in you, okay, they're going to at least give you a washcloth and some soap to wash your ass or to clean up before you leave. Okay?
So how do you know when a relationship is over?
How do you know when it's over?
Yeah.
For me?
Because you get a washcloth, you get breakfast in bed, you get the head of a hurricane, like you blow Florida off the map type. You get bad massages and toe crackers and just all that in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But soon as the relationship comes to an area of complacency,
right,
is when you're no longer looking straight ahead of them.
Exactly.
They turn your head 180 because they start taking away services that they had to keep you. Now you're at a 180. Then when it gets to the point where you got to struggle to get a pleasure that your body craves, that you were getting without a struggle in the beginning, now your head is at a 360. See, a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't even just women, it's men too.
Yeah.
They ruin their own relationships. You know what I'm saying? A man could doggone start out going downtown, you know what I'm saying, and trying to be the King Gordon fisherman. You know what I'm saying? All he want to do, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as he get complacent in the house, he's no longer interested in going into Lake Minnetonka no more. You know what I'm saying? You know, so now she's up there like the horn section from Earth, Wind, and Fire for 30, 40 minutes. And then after she done and she done doggone blew a G flat, he turns over and go to sleep. He's not going fish.
G flat on the 6. Okay, a G
right.
flat 6. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So, they wonder how we know that. Right? But you feel
okay. Right.
Well, I'm like, people don't understand they ruin their own relationships by taking away from what they use. You can't take bricks away from a pyramid and expect it to still be sturdy.
Right.
The minute you start removing things, it becomes shaky.
Okay, right.
I'm just saying, we are our own demise. And until we open up our eyes and look at ourselves when stuff starting to crumble in our lives, we'll be steady walking around pointing the finger at everybody else and pretending like we're vampires and we have no reflection.
Wow. Leading with your accomplishments is like moving expensive electronics in the hood in broad daylight. Wow.
Hey,
baby.
Hey, bro, can you get that door for me? Hey, bro, can you get that door for me? This 82 inch right here. I need somebody to hold the door while I take this 82 inch.
Wait a minute. I got to make sure I send this clip over there to April. I got to make sure April see this. Yeah. This is good. Okay. I like that. Leading with your accomplishments is like moving expensive electronics into the hood in broad daylight, honey.
That's dope.
Oh my God, that's good.
That is dope.
That's good. That's real good. That's real good. That's real good. So, all right.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I need to lay
y'all
it down.
got to get up because y'all got service in the morning. Hell, tomorrow. I got to see how I got to get to work because of course there's the parade tomorrow. So they're finna go to block off the damn streets. and et cetera, et cetera. So I got to find my route in. So and I know how to do it. I just got to get there and then park, because I'm gonna have to go early so I can make sure I got a parking spot, because it's going to be chaotic completely. And I need my parking spot so I'm not parked all the way down on level 1 some fucking way, because I don't like parking that far down.
You don't like to go down below?
Not when I don't have to.
Oh.
And not when I'm forced to either.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah. I can understand that. I've had days where I was uncomfortable with a hand behind my head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because I hadn't planned on, you know what I'm saying? I was just going down to catch one fish. I wasn't going down there to get a whole bucket.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay, you just wanted a sample platter, honey. They gave,
I went down there.
Listen, it was just a sample platter.
Right, I'm not
and
trying.
y'all sit up there and put hush puppies and carry it out. I didn't ask for all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was. I remember too. Her name was Plachette. I remember that. I almost freaked out like somebody put a plastic bag on my head.
Wow. So be that as it may. Okay. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's something I was supposed to have gone over something else, but I knew that this damn Velma thing was going to be the hot button today. Okay, I knew it and things. So that there, what I forgot what else I had up here. Let me.
But why? You know what? Velma was the gay girl. Velma was thick though.
Yeah, but she also was covered in that damn orange turtleneck, honey. So we really don't know what kind of body she has.
Was she a player like me?
Okay.
The player like me, when I see him covered up like that, I know there's a prize in that Cracker Jack box. You know what I'm saying? I know this. I'm the guy who chases after the Liberian. When you up there, you got the girl look like she got doggone work 24 hours at a library in a room full of girls that look like strip clubs. I'm talking to the girl that look like she worked at the library.
Okay.
If that's one scratch off, they win every time.
Okay. So with that, honey, listen, I knew Velma was going to be the topic for today. And I was going to ask y'all about putting your business in the streets, you know, how we handle all that. But we'll save all that for another time, because that there's going to be hot too. But nonetheless, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys a homework assignment for this evening, okay? And the next time that we come together, I want to make sure everything is everything. Okay, girl. Go. Okay. I'm talking about homework assignments. Okay.
I need you to listen up, because we're about to talk about coming together.
I saw the mammary glands. Okay. Your homework assignment is going to be, I want you guys to go through your childhood memories and go through the cartoons that made an impact on you. Which cartoon characters made a significant impact on you? And why? Now, you don't have to write it out or whatever. I just want y'all to think about that for a while, because, see, now that we're here with Miss Velma and carrying on and all that we have, Velma, I was telling them, remember when we talked about this a while ago when they tried to change Mr. Potato Head and wanted Mr. Potato Head to be non-binary or whatever the fuck that was? Okay, I was like, wait a minute, child, it's a potato.
But
it's
it's, you know what?
And it came with movable parts.
This is an easy assignment for me, because mine is always gonna be Froghorn Leghorn. It's always gonna be that.
Foghorn Leghorn.
He taught me to be the sarcastic intellect that I am today.
You know what? Because he was a little ass. He was completely an ass.
Right.
A
I
country
say,
ass.
boy, you got the doggone good sense that God gave you, and it looked like you didn't get in line to get it. You know,
Right. Right.
Your mama said
Right.
you was a little special, boy, but I looked at your mama, and your mama was special for having you. I mean, that was I caught all that when he was talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, did anybody understand what he just said? Because I did.
Yeah. 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 He was a complete and utter ass. A
Exactly.
shit starter. Because how he was sitting there. Yeah, the rooster, baby. Yeah, the rooster. Okay. How he would sit down there and beat the dog just
Yeah.
and knew the dog, he would get right to the line that he know the dog can't come over.
Yeah.
And let him choke the shit out of his own ass.
And he would draw it.
Yeah, he'll draw the line. Okay, you gonna get right about here. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, he was just an ass. Okay. He was just
I loved him.
ass. And he was and I think, and here's what it was, because see, of course, roosters are male chickens, the cocks. Okay. Yeah. And he was cocky. Okay. So
then,
yeah, all that play on words. All of that.
It was crazy. What's crazy, I'm gonna tell you what y'all didn't catch with that whole cartoon.
Uh-huh.
He was catering to the young man to get close to the mama.
Right, exactly.
Which is when we grew up to be, when we started
exactly
already have kids.
Yes, I couldn't stand Miss Pearly, Miss Penny. Okay, he couldn't stand that heifer, honey.
Right,
and she was smitten with him. Okay, but she had nothing to offer him, so he thought she was too skinny. Didn't she wasn't voluptuous?
Yes,
okay.
I saw your mama the other day and she turned sideways and I thought she disappeared.
Right. Okay. So yeah, he was just an ass. As a matter of fact, because of his comedic timing or whatever, we never saw him be vulnerable. And I think that's what it was about him, that I liked him, but he was just one of them motherfuckers. I was like, you know what? If you was a real person, I had to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't want to make you want to fight him.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. Yeah. I had to be ready for your mouth, honey, because I see. And that's gonna come every time when his shit backfired on him, honey. He was out without his feathers a few times.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cute. But this is going to be an interesting interesting homework assignment, because what I wanted to do, or what my goal and intentions are behind this particular assignment, is that I want you guys to look at how significant something that was just animation, that was entertainment, how it shaped you, and what did it do in your life that fortifies you today. And when we look at that, then we can understand this whole argument around VELMA. Okay. Yeah. And why and the significance of it, or not the significance of it. Because maybe you could say, child, it was cartoons and it really did do nothing for me, but it gave me something to do for
I need everybody to dig deep in this assignment. Yeah. Because believe it or not, subconsciously, a lot of animated things from your childhood molded some of the decision making.
Yes, God.
Because everybody remembers, if Woody would have called the police, this would have never happened.
Right.
You got to think, because you have it. Some of it learned. You was taught responsibility or adult decision making through childhood animation.
Right.
So y'all need to dig deep.
Yeah, dig deep. And I'm gonna say this because y'all know I am everything Wonder Woman, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. I hated the Super Friends. I only watched it because it was the Super Friends. But the message behind it, I hate it, because everything was always about Superman being the man. They always had Wonder Woman placate down and carrying on. She would sit down there all the time. You can't do this. Superman will stop you. And I said, bitch, you can whoop his ass. What are you talking about here? Oh my God, they used to just bother me. And I got tired of them not showing her strength. She was just a glamorized cowgirl, because all she did was block bullets and use their goddamn lasso. Okay, that's all she did. I was like, if y'all don't get, if y'all listen, y'all dumbing down my bitch. If y'all don't do right, if y'all do not do right, ooh, wait a minute. When they bought Batgirl, when they animated Batgirl on the Batman series, Batgirl was able to kick ass and be on her motorcycle.
Yeah.
Before Super Friends, that Wonder Woman do anything. It was very few times when she was like, "This is a job for Wonder Woman," and would run up the hill and do whatever. They did that maybe twice. Otherwise than that, in the original Super Friends, she was just a glamorized cowgirl. That disappointed me. That pissed me off to no ends of festivity. You see, I'm 52 and I'm sounding like it was yesterday. That shit pissed me the fuck off. That's my soapbox, y'all.
On Dish and T.
Okay. House music did Wonder Woman right. You better get it. Don't do it. I can't play it. I can't play it because they'll ding me, honey. Oh, but that house remix of Wonder Woman is sickening. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, the hell it is, honey. Okay. Oh, okay. So that there was that. So, honeys, listen, let me let you guys get on off into it because if you're here in Atlanta, the witching hour is in about 12 minutes, child. So I'm sure all of y'all will try to get into Glad Rags together and go ahead on out to have and partake of some of the festivities that are still going on at the clubs if you could get in, child. Okay, because I know down at 10th and Piedmont, honey, that's probably gridlock right about now. So listen, you may finish all of your crumpets, my darling, because the tea has been dished and you have been dishing tea, darlings. How? With Big Meech and the big guy ally over there, honey, Mr. Lavelle Hayes. Okay, and in the absence of Aunt Nikki, honey, who is doing her thing, she's still in Philly. And y'all know she's with American Airlines and stuff right now. So she's doing her thing, trying to get her schedule and stuff together, blah, 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 blah. And she will be back soon. Trust me. Okay.
Because her cushions can be used as a flotation device.
In the event of an emergency. Okay. Listen, if you love us like you say you do, honey, and I know you have because you've been here with us all night, listen, like, subscribe, share to all of your family and friends who will benefit from this, to like, subscribe, and share on all the platforms. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere that you see us, come on up in here, like and subscribe. But if you hated us, think that we talking too much shit, there's too much gay shit over here, whatever's going on through your mind, honey, I'm gonna tell you this: you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies to like, subscribe, and share. To come on in and join the tea party, honey, because that's what it is. It's the tea party over here, honey. Like I said, you may finish all of your crumpets because the tea has been dished, and you've been dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. So we want you guys to understand that everything that we're doing over here at 3 the Hard Way, the Syndicate, in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we are doing will move forward, sugar plums. So on that note, honey, hey, we're going to get it together. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it do what it do. So until then, the next time, honey, woohoo! And scene.